Hi, and welcome to... nearly said, say something like a mother.
Is it too late to change? It's not too late to change.
I think it's a good thing that it's too late to change.
Okay.
I think just
We've got
leave
the
that.
branding now, fair enough.
Welcome to... Oh my God.
Go on. No, I'm not helping you. I'm not helping you. We said it in the last episode.
I know we did, but I know what it is. I've been looking at the branding all week. Oh my God, Robin.
Do you want me to help?
You know how I couldn't remember that?
Yeah. Do you want me to do it?
No.
Who are you?
My mum asked me last night, what's the name of the podcast? Because she was very like, I can't keep up with you.
Yeah, no, fair.
So she was like, let me write it down. What's the name of it? And I said...
Say something like a mother. You're really close. It's like it's like if you'd put it into Google Translate and it's come back out.
Oh my God, because everything I'm thinking now is wrong.
What did you say? Say something like a mother. So the last two words are correct.
As a mother, I know.
Yeah.
But now I'm
so
thinking,
as a mother.
said as a mother.
Said as a mother. No, but also this is your second language, Esyllt.
No, it's not that.
So something as a mother. First word.
Drop it.
Drop it like a mother. So first word.
Speaking like a mother.
Speaking as a mother. That's the name of the podcast that we do, and we have been doing for weeks. Speaking as a mother.
It's making me come across unprofessional.
No, I don't think that.
Old? I was looking at you with absolute fear, but I didn't want you to help.
No, yeah.
Because that felt worse.
Yeah, sure.
It's
yeah.
like when elderly people don't want your help.
Yeah, sure.
And they won't admit that they need your help.
Or like if you fall over and you're like, no, don't help me up. It's a
Yeah.
pride thing.
It was that.
Yeah.
I've lived it, Robin.
You've
And
seen
I
seen the future,
I
yeah.
don't like
Are you going to get into a home now?
We'll have to record it at home. If
Oh,
the
that'd be
backdrop
nice.
is different next week,
Yeah.
it's because I've been
Are there any
Sectioned.
podcasts from homes?
in old people's homes.
Yeah.
I don't think there are.
We should start a new podcast from a
Yeah,
home.
we should. I mean,
That'd be
it's a
fun.
matter of time.
Yeah, so yeah, true. Well, welcome to the aforementioned podcast, which is called... No!
Oh my God. What has happened to me?
Wow.
Ask me who the Prime Minister is.
Who's the Prime Minister right now? I mean, it might change by the time that we go out. Andy Burnham, weirdly. Good for him.
It's Keir Starmer.
Yeah.
And this podcast is called... Oh, Robin.
Oh, wow.
I'm so sorry.
Don't apologise.
As a mother. Speaking as a mother.
Speaking as a mother.
Speaking.
Speaking as a mother.
Welcome to...
You said that like it was a hostage video.
Imagine if you cut the rest of it.
Yeah.
And then you just started with that. I've got tears streaming down my eyes.
Robin is a toxic co-host. This working relationship is not going well. Speaking as a mother.
Welcome to Speaking as a Mother. I am Esyllt Sears.
I'm Robin Morgan. And it's a pleasure to be back.
Feels like that was the whole episode.
One of the most chaotic intros. I adored it.
Oh my God. You know I'm not disengaged from this.
No,
right?
I know you're fully
Okay.
into it.
Okay.
And I feel like you know when a word is on the tip of your tongue and you're
Yes.
like, but there's another word around it. You can go, you know, it's like this, it's like this.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It will come to me.
Yeah.
But you did it in the middle of introducing a podcast and the branding of it. So you can't go like it's a bit like this.
No.
It's a bit like sounds like a mother. Anyway, you can't say that about the title of a show.
No.
Welcome to the 7 o'clock news. I don't know, something like that. Anyway. You can't, because it's the start of it. You got to start strong.
It's worse as well, I think, because it's visual.
Yeah, sure.
So visual podcasts mean that you have to be more professional, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, I think visual podcast in a studio, very, very professional. Video podcast in someone's living room, a little bit less. Then
But there's a tripod.
there's a tripod. Audio,
Yeah.
audio podcast. Yeah, you can kind of get away with wearing
Yeah.
what you want. Audio podcast on Zoom. Now, come on now. Come on now.
No, I know.
Get in the same room. Put the fucking effort in.
Okay, I feel personally attacked.
Yeah. I'm only talking about you.
No, I know. That's only because Gareth and I live in separate countries.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Okay.
Where does Gareth live? London?
Yeah.
Does he? Didn't know that.
But he gives the ear of someone who's very embedded in Wales.
Yeah, he does. He does indeed. Esyllt also co-hosts 17 billion other podcasts. They're very, very good. You should
I
check
just
them
can't
out.
say no to anything.
No, you can't. Fair enough. How has your week been, despite the clear knock on the head that you had?
It's been fine. Had a few things like, when stuff to do with kids like disrupts your life.
Yeah.
So work-wise. So this week has just been a series of stop-starts with having to take my son to the doctors.
Right.
And then my daughter had she has a regular hospital appointment.
Yeah.
And then one of them forgot something in school, so I have to drive that in. So it's been one of those weeks where it's like, I don't feel I've really gotten going with it.
As in your week outside of parenting because of the parenting.
Yeah, like my
sort
work.
of like...
And you start a Monday and you're like, right, this is what I'm going to do today. And then suddenly something happens
Yeah, and
you're already derailed.
It's like when your kid wakes up ill and you're like, oh, you can't go into school. And you're like, okay, then the day's changed.
Oh, yeah, as in
Completely.
the whole week has gone. It's a little bit like, I'm a bit like that with, I think a lot of people are like that with food. So like, I'll start on Monday. I'll start on Monday.
Oh, right, sure.
But then someone will bring cake out and you'll have a cake and you're like, I'll start next week. It's a bit like that sometimes with parenting, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you ever, I'm sure it's the same in high school now, but if your kids are sick, then they can't go in for 48 hours.
Yes.
So when your kids are, sometimes I feel if my child has just vomited, I then go, right, I'm going to send all these emails now, cancelling all these things now. You sort of just start to, as opposed to looking after them, you're like, right, okay.
It's the admin around it.
Yeah, it's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah. Are your kids sickly kids?
You know what? They're all right. Yeah, they're not too... I think they're built of okay stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been quite lucky. I mean, I think last year my son didn't have great attendance at school. Like we checked the sort of like on our
what's he
app.
doing?
It said, I don't know. He was 7 last year. What's going on? Just smoking. But he had like tonsillitis. He was off for 2 weeks and just stuff like that. And you're like, but his percentage on the app was really shit.
Oh.
And I took it as like a personal slight because they go in. They're like, we're really lucky. They go in happy. They come out happy. Very fortunate,
Yeah.
And they're not like sickly kids. And we're not like, oh, you've got the sniffles, so you couldn't stay at home. It's like, no, get in. You'll be fine in an hour.
Are they doing this thing where they're kind of marking it on whether he's in the room or not? Like he's physically there.
Yeah, maybe.
He's completely clocked out.
Did you ever do that when you were like ill as a kid? And then I have a visceral memory of like being home and my mum being at home and me just like I don't know, like play wrestling on the sofa, and she was just like feeling better, and I was like, no, actually, no.
No, I was always quite good. But I went through a spate in like, what would it have been? I'm trying to figure out the numbers because the year numbers were different then. This would
BC.
No, because it was. Yeah. I mean, it was West Wales. It may have been, but because it went from like. Year 1 to 4 in primary school, and then you'd go to high school and it would start at 7.
Right, sure.
It was weird. Anyway.
Supposed to go to school in 5 and 6 as well, though, yeah? Just missed out on your... What?
No, because because with us, it was primary.
Right.
No, sorry, hang on. Reception.
Uh-huh.
Class A, Class B, Class C.
Drugs.
Yeah. Whatever got us through the first bit of reading. And then it was 1, 2, 3, 4. And then year 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
So year 7 was your final year?
No, year 7 was the first year in high school.
Okay.
So I was quite ill from, I think it was like the last 2 years in primary school, I used to get a lot of bugs.
Oh, really?
Like stomach bugs, like all the time.
Really?
Yeah, and they would last for like a week. So I'd be off school for a week. And it was properly ill. So there was never an opportunity for
to
me
dick
to
around.
But it was great though, because in that period, I really got into Red Dwarf.
Okay.
So it was, and there was series and series and series and loads of episodes. So I
That was
did a
your
lot of
recovery.
that. Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that. That's cool.
What about you? Were you?
I think I was okay. I got sick every single summer. And my
Okay.
birthday's in August. So every single year. But I remember as a kid being
And
ill.
everyone else is really healthy.
Yeah, everyone's really healthy and getting a tan. But I remember we used to go to West Wales, and we used to go to a caravan, and I'd swim in the sea and get earache every single year because they were just pumping shit into
my
the oceans, and then
God.
there was oh right, that's why.
Wow.
So we stopped going there. But yeah, I remember having but on my birthday, I think my mum and dad and brother being down at the beach, and another guy who we would collect with lots of different families, this guy called James, reading to me in the caravan. I was like, where are my family, James? They're building sandcastles on my fucking birthday.
Oh, that's really sad.
Yeah.
And being in a caravan when you're ill.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, bless you.
There's something about looking in through a caravan window and seeing a sickly child.
Yeah. Bit like the war.
Yes.
A little bit like the war.
Bless you.
But no, we've been okay for illness and
Yeah.
stuff. I have read something recently, and this isn't sort of illness based, but it is certainly parenting based, which makes sense. Have you heard of the type of parenting known as FAFO? FAFO.
Oh, no.
So apparently it's going big online, and it's a direct contradiction to gentle parenting, and it stands for fuck around and find out.
Oh.
And it's kind of this thing of tough love is back.
Right,
Sort of
okay.
90s parenting of I think one clip went viral of a kid, the mum throws an iPad out of the window and then takes a video of the child finding the smashed screen, and it's fuck around and find out. And people are
I think
good
filming it is mad.
I think filming it is mad, because that's whenever I think of, do you remember that trend a little while ago of people throwing plastic cheese against their babies?
Yeah. Yes.
And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I can see why it's funny, but equally,
Yeah.
you're putting it online
I know,
for strangers
yeah.
to go, ha, you got your kid.
Yeah. No, there's a line, I think, because I remember recording my daughter having a tantrum once when she was probably about 2 years old, and it had been snowing outside, and I wanted to go out, and so she had to be in a snowsuit.
Yeah.
She hated the snowsuit.
Yeah.
And there's something about a snowsuit, because it makes
Oh, it's
kids
so
really
funny.
rigid.
Yeah, they're so that poor sense of gravity. You
Yeah,
can-
and suddenly they don't think they can bend their legs or anything, so they kind of just fall over. So she was just this rigid thing on the floor, screaming about the fact that she. So I remember filming it, but I wouldn't share it.
Yeah.
I might keep it now for when she's older.
That's funny for a wedding day.
Yeah,
that's
that's
funny,
fun.
right?
Yeah.
And then give her a snowsuit as a wedding gift. Good stuff.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Yeah, and say something mean, so then it forces her into regressing and
a spiral. Victoria Beckham at the wedding. That's your version of it.
Yes. No, but I think posting it is a bit mean, but it's really funny what you were saying about throwing the tablet out the window,
Yeah.
because I have an equivalent story. So when my daughter was, again, I think she was 2 or 3 years old, before my son was born. We'd gone to Cardiff Bay. It was over the summer. It was a really hot day. So I bought her a Twister ice cream.
Okay.
And she wasn't really eating it. And it's really hot. And it just starts melting. So it's kind of melting down her arm, down through her sleeve and stuff like this. And I was like, right, we're going to get in the car now and we need to go home. Are you going to eat this ice cream? Otherwise, I'm going to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, no, I'm definitely going to eat it. So tied it up, put it in the car. Lollipop was in a state that was fine. We had been driving for 10 minutes and she was not eating it. And it was just going everywhere. And I gave her another chance and she just wouldn't eat it. So the first bin I saw, I was driving, right?
Yeah.
Saw a bin on the side of the road, stopped the car, opened her door, took it from her hand and threw it in the bin.
That's great.
She was livid.
Yeah.
I was like, you had your chance.
Yeah. Livid and sticky.
And sticky.
The two worst things.
Oh yeah, if it wasn't for social services, she would have been in that bin as well.
Yeah.
But it was a real thing of well, I don't know what to do here, because either I'm going to drive for another 20 minutes and it's just going to carry on, and she's not going to eat it.
Yeah.
But I think there was something. I think when they're small as well, I'm quite impatient with stuff like that.
It's hard,
with
isn't
small
it?
kids. So sometimes there'll be a moment when we're like, right,
Yeah.
this is it.
Yeah.
It's going in the bin.
I think that's fair. And this is what this they had like experts on parenting, and there's sort of like there's an avenue where some people say that gentle parenting has increased anxiety within kids.
Yeah.
But it's just boundaries, right? Like on
Yes.
both sides of that, like fuck around and find out and gentle parenting, it's
Yeah.
both like just setting up boundaries and trying to work out whether
yeah.
they understand why you're throwing an ice cream in a bin.
Yeah.
Also, like you've told her twice.
This is
Eat
exactly. Yeah. I don't think they should go back to like caning.
Oh yeah, no, that's
I mean,
fine.
it's not that. Are you quite strict?
I think I am. I think I've got high standards.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Is
sometimes.
that based on your own upbringing?
Good question. I don't know. I think I was quite a well-behaved kid. I think like we weren't like running wild.
No. But again, I do think that our parents' generation had different standards to us as well.
Yeah.
I was discussing this with my siblings the other day about how I used to kept being told off for getting the bath mat wet. It's just mad things like that. But then they grew up with families like who had like a best room in a house that no one was allowed to go in.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
So there's always this thing. I think there's always a hangover coming down. So I getting
Yeah.
a bath mat wet.
Yeah, that's wild.
But my mum would get really angry about it.
Yeah, it's all passing it down, right? Like
Yeah.
Jen doesn't like me saying this, but I always say like we're gonna fuck up our kids. We
Yeah.
just need to do it in the least worst way.
Oh yeah.
Because something that we do
Yeah.
will, give them some sort of like, oh, my parents did this.
Yeah.
But it's trying to do it in like the least traumatic way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we're embarrassing at some point, right? If it's just that, then
Completely.
fine.
Or you're out of touch some way.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, because I had a pretty nice upbringing.
Yeah.
Like nothing awful happened. But I have certain things now that I think, oh, why did they do that?
Yeah.
So why wasn't I allowed to do this? So there's certain mad things. Like with my kids, it wouldn't even register. But with my parents, it was really important with certain things. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess when you're a kid as well, you take everything so literally and at face value, and everything means so much because you haven't lived as much life. So like the first time you really get told off, that's like the worst thing in the fucking world, right?
Yeah.
Like it's horrendous.
Yeah.
But do you sort of if you snap or shout, do you apologise afterwards?
Yes, and I've gotten better at that. Because sometimes I'm still in the right, but I will...
That's important to clarify.
And I will always open with that.
Yeah. Then you're bad at apologising.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
No, but sometimes it's like, I know that I've done the right thing telling them off, but I will try and explain to them
Why it's
when everyone's
happened.
calmed down.
Yeah.
Why that was, why I wasn't happy, why that wasn't acceptable. But then there are moments where I know that I've reacted impulsively on something. Like it's just been a gut reaction to something.
Yeah.
And I haven't read the situation right. And then I will say, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean to shout, but the reason I did was because of blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I hope that that's a bit better, because my parents never apologised
No.
for shouting at us. Or
Well, I don't think it was the done thing, right? It was just kind of like...
Because the relationship was very different.
Yeah, it was quite clearly we are
Yeah.
we are in power here.
Yeah. And I don't know, I don't think I've mentioned it on this podcast, but I had a moment with my daughter a couple of years ago where she was really angry about something, and I just couldn't get her out of it. And she was starting to get really angry with me about it. And it kind of blew up, basically. It was something really small, but it escalated.
Yeah.
And then she was really angry with me about how I was reacting to it. And in the end, when she suddenly gave me time to speak, I openly admitted to her that sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. And I kind of said to her, this is the first time I've ever had a 10-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
This is all new to me. And I'm trying to do my best with you. And everything I do, whether you agree with it or not, or if I'm disciplining you, or if we're having fun, I think I'm doing the right thing at that point in time.
Yeah.
And I don't have anything else to compare it with because you're my guinea pig kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? And this realization came over her face, like, oh, this is what's been happening. You don't know what you're doing. And suddenly she kind of got it, that she and I were kind of going through this part of our lives together and trying to figure it out.
That's really sort of open and honest from you. How do you think, has that changed your relationship? Has that changed how she or you react when shit hits the fan?
I think so, over time. She still gets quite angry about stuff, but I think she's like me. She has her like her heart's on her sleeve constantly.
Yeah.
She's very emotional with certain things, and I'm like that.
Yeah.
I react emotionally to things.
Interesting. Yeah, I wonder whether like, so I think we're, society pushes back in every, what do they say, when like times are tough economically, people go back to traditional roles. And I think this kind of like, this sort of more tough love parenting thing might be a...
But I think they need it. I'm not an expert on parenting. I just have kids.
Thanks for listening.
But I imagine there are plenty of experts out there on parenting who don't have kids.
Yeah.
But I do think they need boundaries.
Yeah.
Like, because they look for it, and they need boundaries in order to be able to push against something as well.
Yeah, sure.
So you kind of need to have that to give them the opportunity.
Yeah, and then work out what happens when you try and break those boundaries as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Like, did you ever know anybody who did those kind of sort of free range parenting, just like, well, we just kind of let them roam in a field and they go to bed when they want and all this kind of stuff, like
not
very...
really. No.
Yeah.
No. You?
No, and like I sort of anecdotally know a couple of people who've like homeschooled their kids and stuff. And no shade. Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it.
No.
I think it's good for them to go to school and have friends and things. And I think, not breastfeed at 9 years old. But that's just me.
Yeah. The breastfeeding thing is an interesting one.
What? How long could one continue to breastfeed for? Because it just stops, right?
Do you want to do it now?
Yeah. Always got this one on tap. And that's a skimmed one.
Yeah, it's a weird one because I had very different experiences with my kids. So wanted to breastfeed my daughter, but found it really hard.
Right.
So I did it for 3 months, and then it was a mix of bottle and breastfeeding, and then I stopped. It just didn't feel like it was. It didn't feel natural to her or me. We weren't in sync with it.
Yeah.
And it was just very stressful. And I got to a stage where, and I'm a real advocate of this, like I think the mother's mental health is more important than breast milk.
Yeah.
But with my son, it happened so easily. I could have carried on for years.
Really?
Like genuinely.
Just easy?
Yeah, really easy.
And do you think that was because I always love that cause and effect stuff, just like, is a second kid like X or Y because you're more chilled as a parent? Do you think there's less pressure? Like, you don't have time to worry about, like, they're latching right? Just like, get on and shut up.
Yeah, you're either eating now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, the equivalent of throwing the ice cream out. I'll lob them in a bin. I'll lob my tits in a bin at the side of the road, actually.
Won't be the first time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what that means.
I don't know, I liked it though. She's lobbed her tits in a bin? Weird.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, maybe there's an element of that. Maybe. But then I can see how maybe some mothers might breastfeed for longer than society might deem it acceptable.
Yeah.
Because there's a comfort thing to it as well. It's very hard to explain. Tell me if this is too graphic.
Yeah.
But there is something about when you start to feel the milk leaving your breast and they're drinking
I shuddered
it.
then. I didn't. Did you notice that? It was involuntary.
I saw your ego.
And I just sort of I had like a spasm, and I was like, "Not for me, thank you, Esyllt." It's like, can you? I was never one of those people, just like a man of an older generation, like, if you'd like to breastfeed, then you can go in the different room, one of those. But it felt like as soon as you started talking about it, I was like, no.
Just recoiling from the inside.
I know it's natural, but, manners.
But there
please.
is something about the sensation of that is very calming.
Right, okay.
I found it, like, it calmed my whole nervous system as soon as you started eating. So I guess you could get hooked to that kind of feeling of like serenity and I don't know, it's nature, right?
Totally. Burns calories.
Oh my god,
that's what it says as well, right?
I have a photo. This is so toxic, but I have a photo.
Now we're talking.
When even though I was struggling to breastfeed with my daughter, I was still doing it.
Yeah.
In that 3 months, so she was like 3 months old, but there's a photo of me holding her in like hot pants because I had lost so much weight from breastfeeding. But then it's like with the jabs. Once they stop breastfeeding, the weight comes back on. Because you're used to eating a family-sized trifle a day while you're breastfeeding.
That's really funny that breastfeeding is the original Mounjaro.
That's how they can get more women to breastfeed, maybe.
Maybe.
Isn't it? That's a campaign.
In a sort of Handmaid's Tales type situation.
Yeah. Did you allow your wife to breastfeed?
Thank you for asking. And I'll speak for her.
Sure.
Yes, Jen breastfed with both. I think found it tougher with our eldest. And sort of, different types of advice with health visitors and stuff, and feeling quite a lot of sort of like a lot of shame and a lot of guilt around like maybe not being able to do it as well as maybe one might expect. And then with our second, easier and to the point where our daughter would refuse to go to me for a lot of the time, so when Jen was going back to work, I remember vividly in this house we just moved in here, having to basically sit up with her for like 2 nights on the trot, where she just like basically screamed in my arms and didn't want to be with me at all.
Right. How did that feel?
Fucking horrid. Really, really horrible. And because my eldest my boy was never like that. Like he would sort of like go between, and sometimes I'd hear kind of like other dads like, yeah, just doesn't want me, just does not want me. And I was like, oh, that's horrible. You must be a bad dad. And then
it's like a film. Next scene.
Yeah, exactly.
You crying on your own.
But yeah, like tough, and she like sort of just thrashing around, and I vividly remember that.
Yeah.
Hard, really, really hard.
But it's weird because for them, because they're small babies, the smell.
Totally.
So she comes to you and she's like, "This guy doesn't smell
empty."
Yeah.
What a basic bitch. No milk. Out of service.
Wow. But then I guess, but like thousands of years ago, that would make sense because if you're in a cave, it's fine that the child is more latched on to the mother, because if the mother has to go out hunting or whatever, it's fine because the baby's going to be strapped to her back or whatever. But now you have to go to work.
Totally. Yeah, exactly.
So it's that. So
have we moved too far societally? Yeah.
And I do find it mad, and I think this will come up quite a bit in this podcast, about how I don't think society's really adapted enough to factor in children and families, and because the working day is still not in sync with the school day.
Yeah.
Which, what?
Yeah.
I still have to, if I have to go somewhere and I have the kids, I have to leave at like 2:30. And it's non-negotiable because my kids need to come home.
Yeah. I think it's a low bar, but I think they should. No, totally. And like, I drop my kids off at breakfast club, like the second breakfast club is an earlier one for the people who have to be at their desks for, teachers and stuff who have to drop their kids at 7:30 and do all the wraparound. And there's so many extra things that taps into, I suppose our culture is in this country. Like it's different in other countries, right? Like would they start like Germany? Let's talk German parenting.
Are you an expert?
I don't know, but I remember I did.
You're just gonna guess.
Yeah, okay. I'm confident in a man.
Do you know any Germans?
I once spent a week in Munich on a German exchange. I lived with a boy called Klaus.
Okay.
And I believe after our breakfast of meats and cheeses, like in the films, we went to school. I believe for 8 a.m. and I believe it finished at 3.
Okay.
Is that better for you as a working mother?
No, because if I'm contracted to work on something until like 6 or 7 or 8, or if people go into an office, it's still 9 to 5.
9 to 5.
And I know there's this flexible working thing, but people still expect you to be around for certain things, like meetings and it's
naive to think that wouldn't hamper your career progression if you're like, mum's off again
exactly.
for her snacking of meats and cheeses. That's what they say about you.
Oh, okay. I thought they were saying worse things.
It's your incessant love of cured meats and cheeses.
It might explain why my brain is deteriorating.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. It's all the processed meat.
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like because we were talking there about kind of the natural process of breastfeeding. So that follows like a hormonal thing between you and the baby. But then you've also got then they have to go to school and then you have to go to work. It just feels like all these components are just working against each other somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know, and it feels now like women have been in the workplace for long enough.
Yeah.
For people to think maybe we should revisit this.
Yeah, why hasn't there been more of a push? I suppose sort of like hybrid working from home.
Yeah.
But again, sort of, yeah, it's hard to. I mean, I've on the school run. There's some mums who are like on like Teams calls, like at the school gates. And they're like, I'm on a call, and it's like, I wouldn't say. I'm not going to say hello. Then I could get you fired right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So excited about it.
Yeah. The other day, my kids, I was going to be on a really important call at 3:30.
Okay.
My daughter's bus drops her off outside the house at 3:30, and then my son, he comes off the bus at like 10 to 4. So my daughter has a phone now, so I sent her a text saying, if I'm on this call when you walk in, I have left snacks out for you.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
It's a bit like leaving food out for a cat.
Yeah.
Just don't bother me for a minute. Just sort yourselves out. And luckily they're old enough now to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But even then it's just like, and also there's a part of me that doesn't want to hide the fact that I have kids.
Sure.
Though, because I'm still capable. I will still do the work. I'll still get the stuff done.
Yeah.
But I have to sometimes just go to the fridge and get something for them, or, they can't find something upstairs, so I have to go, do you know what I mean? I think that era should come to an end now.
Yeah.
Of where you have to pretend that you're professional at all.
Yeah.
That feels like a really nice way to end this
Yeah.
episode, considering how we started it.
We started it superbly. I feel like that's how we should start every single episode from now on.
I cannot tell you how much I'm going to practice the intro to this episode.
What's the name of the podcast we do?
Speaking as a mother.
Oh, she's absolutely smashed it.
God, I did, didn't I?
She nailed it.
I did. I don't,
So proud
but
of
I genuinely
you.
don't know where that came from now.
No, but you had a nice little run up at it.
I did, thank you.
You had sort of 35 minutes to sort of. It's great.
Women in the workplace.
Women in the workplace. Should they be allowed? Discuss in the comments. This has been fun.
Yes, it has.
Thank you as ever.
You too.
See you next week.
Yes. Best wishes. Goodbye.
See you next week. Kind regards.